Hello, Virgos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Hopefully, you all are having a great day, Virgos. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on in your reading. Talking to you wherever Virgo is in your birth chart. We're going to dive in. I radiate love and light. Let's get a number here. All right, 24. I am generous. You have a heart of gold and you're very skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and you are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So the moon is in Leo. You are going where you are appreciated and not simply where you're tolerated, right? That's in any setting in your personal or your professional life. The source is trying to help somebody learn how to do. But I feel like somebody is now cutting ties with something where you feel like you're holding on to something, person, place, a thing in the physical realm that prevents you from radiating love and light. If something has become really dark for you, right? And so somebody, doesn't even want to hold on to something, a person, place, or thing. Somebody doesn't want to hold on to something. Somebody's like, okay, it's just become really dark for you. Whether it's, like I said, person, place, or thing. So somebody's just having some kind of an awakening now. Here's the Ace of Cups, that you're creating something. You know how like sometimes you feel like, okay, you jumped into something, you were impulsive, you jumped into something that you maybe felt like, okay, this is going to be all love and light. But something is really leading somebody to their north node. Yeah, somebody's a hard-working energy. And so somebody's working on themselves because in order to even get to love and light, somebody had to go down to a lower frequency to come back up to see the light, to like really appreciate the light. And so some kind of work is being done. Here we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So you're creating something for yourself. Here we have the Empress card. You feel something very strongly in your back. Somebody has a lot of spiritual gifts and you've been carrying people on your back for so long. This is where the generosity comes in and just radiating love and light. At some point, somebody's like, okay, you know what? I can lead a horse to water, but I can't force it to drink it. I can lead people on a particular path. It's not that you're calling a personal horse, but you're saying I can lead people on a particular path, but I cannot force someone to drink something that they don't want to drink, right? That they don't want that. So you're in a very vulnerable space right now. So what's going to be really important is you listening to your body. What is your body trying to tell you, right? Somebody's at a crossroad right now. Somebody's really, really at a crossroad, and your body is trying to tell you you can either go light or you can go dark on something, right? And so source is saying you always want to vibrate high so that you can remain love and light. So that means that you may be, severing ties with something. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. You have a lot of money coming to you, and it can be coming from anywhere. It literally can be coming from anywhere. But somebody has made a decision to just, cut ties with something, release something. You're going through a rebirth is what I'm seeing here in the cards. You're going through some kind of a rebirth is what I'm seeing here. Yeah. Here's a Seven of Swords here. And everybody that's talking about you behind your back is not making disparaging comments. And that's what source is trying to tell you is like, when that's what you have in common. People could be assuming that you're saying something negative about them behind their back. You could be, like I said, radiating love and light. You can probably see something from a higher frequency. It's like you can feel like, okay, I have something in common. I see something from a higher frequency. I radiate love and light. The source is saying something has become dark, that light, and it comes across as like it's like hatred or something to somebody. And so somebody has worked really, really hard to kind of sort of follow some kind of path, and made a lot of sacrifices looking at the cards here. And so source is saying, yeah, somebody is now like definitely parting ways with something. And here's the thing, looking at your cards here, this is why I feel like somebody is not going to be impulsive and jump to conclusions about something. This right here, with this energy that has this knife in their hand, somebody does not know what somebody may have come out of, what you may have come out of, and what other people, you and somebody could have come out of something really, really, where somebody had a weapon, where a weapon was involved in something, and that could be triggering. So where you may be looking at something as like you radiating love and light, and then somebody else could be radiating darkness, or not radiate, or they could give off dark energy and darkness and hatred. For somebody, that number 7 is two sides of the 7. Two sides of the 7. You could be having a total recall. Somebody else could be having a total recall. If your mind, you could be thinking, okay, we got a lot in common, but something for you could be very triggering. Like, for instance, looking at the cards here, somebody may want to stay in contact with some people that you work with, right? But when you have a total recall of how you're doing a complete physical and energetic cord cutting. You're cutting all energetic and physical ties with people, places, and things, both in their personal and professional life. So it's just saying somebody is realizing, hey, you just need to, you're creating something brand new. As far as you're concerned, you don't want to be a trigger for energies at all. You don't want to be a trigger for energies where it reminds people of some kind of hatred they have in their heart, or some kind of darkness they have in their heart. So you are cutting ties. Yeah, you are cutting ties. So somebody could have new and exuberant love coming across their path, or you could be, like I said, some kind of celebration happening. And so whatever you're celebrating, you're just completely cutting ties with something, because again, you don't know what could be triggering for people. Your intentions, I'm looking at the cards here, somebody could have the best intentions in the world. I feel like you may want to invite somebody to something having to do with horses, maybe, that you worked really, really hard on. But yeah, Source is saying to you, you will be cutting ties and taking all of your power with you. You're cutting ties and taking all of your power with you. You and somebody are cutting ties and taking all your power with you. So, yeah. Yeah, because something for you, it just feels like everything you say will be used against you. Like it is a court of law. Like for real, somebody feels like everything you say is going to be used against you, and you don't like being in that headspace where, oh, I thought you said this, oh, I thought you said that, you said this and you said that, and so you're not it's something you're not interested in. You'd rather go solo, financially independent. Yeah. So somebody has definitely worked too hard. And so that's where this tower is happening here, is like when you're trying to loop energies into something, your intentions may be sincere. We have cups energy here, but you're learning how to process your emotions, like from the very, very beginning when you propose something, because Ace of Cups is about proposals. Like you may have new feelings about something. Everything has to be considered. A lot of people have had to work really, really hard to get to Ace of Pentacles, and then also Nine of Pentacles. And a lot of people have a lot of things in common, but people looks like heal at different times. And somebody is tired of people talking about them behind their back. So somebody is just tired of people talking about them behind their back. It's just a turn off, a major turn off. Recording everything, taking pictures all the time, like just every time they kind of grow something, it's always something. Somebody saying somebody's copying something, copying somebody. So this is the energy that I'm getting for somebody's reading. So that's why for some of you all, it may feel like people are just kind of like playing mind games, because people have already been through something. Like that's why starting at the root is better than starting at sacral chakra, right? Like somebody had already planted a seed. Somebody had already planted a seed in somebody's early life. And so you were taught, okay, well, I'm just going to pour water on the seed. I'm going to be a part of this growth process, right? Whatever this is. But somebody doesn't know the root of something, like the root of something, of why someone feels so traumatized by something. Here's the Seven of Swords here. Yeah, somebody feels very traumatized by 7th house and 5th house. Even if somebody was just joking around, that is very traumatic for some people. You know, people can be thinking about joking around about somebody's romance, or joking around about somebody's marriage, or somebody, you know, but somebody has had to deal with enemies, looks like their whole life, where they feel like their back was against the wall. So it's the same. Something about somebody that you work with, yeah, something in them, just, yeah, something in them sitting around a group of people, knowing that people are taking pictures or recording or something. Yeah, that ties them back to something else, that where something in them just died, where people just like, with two people, like for instance, I'm gonna give somebody an example of something. If somebody seeing these marriage here, right? If somebody was married several times, and so you could have been divorced or married, whatever, married, divorced, whatever major change happened in your life, that something in you died. Like something in you felt like, okay, it took a big piece out of you, where people were talking about you behind your back. First, everything started out, you know, like this right here. Oh, we were happy, having a great time, new and exuberant love. But something has completely turned some people off from some things. And so Source is saying to you, when you get to that point where something in you just, you're emotionally, something has emotionally died, it's only a matter of time for physically, it's, somebody is gone. Somebody is gone. They don't want to be connected to something. So something about, it could be your job, where you could feel like, okay, I had to ask some more time here. This is what, yeah, so somebody can connect with something both in their personal and their professional life. Once something dies in you, like you're just no longer interested in something anymore, it's hard to kind of even, you have to work extra hard to get that back. So something in you, as far maybe as work is concerned, even if somebody wanted to offer you a position and go, oh, you know, we would really like to work with you. Remember, you're a mutable sign, so you may adapt easier in just being and receiving. But some people, they've worked really, really hard on their, you know, having to deal with something, not wanting to having to go to work, being talked to a certain kind of way, treated a certain kind of way. Some people don't want to have anything to do with those types of energies. Especially they've gone out to happy hour with these energies, maybe worship with some of these energies, maybe talk spirituality or religion with some of these energies. They are not interested at all. So that's what somebody can relate to. Something was a major turn off, and just how his is 7 and 5 is 12, and just how somebody was talked to, like how two people were talked to. It was just like talked to, like, you know, like they were being broken in, like someone's like, mm-mm. So yeah, so that's how people are saving themselves. That's how you're saving yourself. Yeah, somebody that's how somebody is realizing when something is over. Somebody doesn't even want to even communicate with somebody, and people could be like, oh, his energies is, they don't even want to, you know, they don't even want to try to, you know, blend, and everybody has all these great ideas. Something for you, you understand something, where when people get turned off and people say, oh, your words are going to be used against you, something in you is triggered when you hear that, because then, you know, after that, somebody is going to try to make you pay. They're going to try to make you have a tower moment. Somebody has been through that several times. They leave a job, somebody do something to create something that's not there, and then say they saving somebody. All these mind games. So something happened, you know, with you, whether it's on your job or your professional life, your professional or your personal life, where somebody created some kind of lie around something and said they were saving you from something, like, you know, when really they were jealous of you. Like somebody created a problem on your job for some of you all, because they were jealous of you, because they feel like, okay, you were just Mr. or Miss Perfect. They created something, but once you gain some clarity about something, you were turned off forever. Like it's like you can't go with that flow. You got enough information for you. You're like, that's why some people travel by themselves. That's why some people go, they're like, they loners. That's how some people become loners. So that's what I'm saying for somebody, like on somebody's job, somebody created a problem. They thought that what you were doing was just too perfect. And so they created a problem. And to look like they were saving you from something. And so source is like, not as hard as you worked, to try to create a legacy. It's like, you got enough information. That's why some people become loners. Yeah, some people have been hearing that if they've been married a couple of times or they've been on jobs, oh, your words going to be used against you, or they may not hear the words. Somebody may be just determined to bring out a dark side of them. So that's what I'm seeing here. And then enlighten everybody. Oh, they're not a team player. Well, let's talk about something that they have in common. Oh, do they like music? Okay, well, we'll start out the conversation, become familiar with the music, and they still turn around and use something against somebody. Some people just get tired of that. Some people just get sick and tired of that because it's not about adjusting crowns. It's still about this competitive, let's get to know somebody fast. But what do they like? Anybody familiar with what they like so we can kind of sort of welcome into a fold? And some of you all have been in jobs like that where they talk around you as if you're invisible. And that's what I'm seeing here in the cards. Whether it's in your community, your job, your something, they talking around you as if you're invisible, and then still want to work with you because you are making the money. You are making the money. That's why that's why some people are a loner. That's what you have in common with energies. Here, just bring home the money, create an opportunity to bring home the money by doing stuff behind people's backs. Like let's not leave any fingerprints here. Let's not leave any proof that something was being done behind somebody's back. But it always comes out. Something what was done in the dark came out in light. That's the reason why some people just like they travel alone. Some energies just love to be the center of attention. Mm-hmm. The source is saying to you, yeah, you know your worth and you know your value. And so you're not really on the outside of everything. As far as you're concerned, you hold the key to your own vault door, is what I'm seeing here in the cards. It's like, nah, some energies may say that you outside of something, but you're like, nah, I work too hard. I know my worth and my value. Listen, that's them on the outside of the vault door. You're on the inside of your own vault door because everybody has their own vault door. So you get to decide who's on the outside. Death. So something has ended. Something has ended. You're on the rebirth side. Something about you operating in your north node is when you come alive. Something about you operating in your north node is when you come alive. Something about some kind of work you do, your north node. It's like you have more generosity to give. You're going where you're appreciated and not where you're tolerated in your personal and your professional life. And somebody is no longer going to wait around to find out the root after the fact, the root of the problem after the fact. This is encouraging somebody to get to the root in the beginning, very, very beginning. Here's the 7 of Wands here. So yeah, you and somebody are not going back to something. You and somebody are never going back to something. It's like that's a done deal. It's a wrap. Because there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's just like tumbleweed. Yeah, 8 of Swords here. Yeah. Somebody's never going back to wanting to swap destinies. It's just like I said, thinking somebody's life is better than somebody else's life. So somebody came in between that. Somebody a man or somebody came in between to commit somebody's brother, somebody's ex-love interest, somebody's child's father who are connected. But these energies have a lot of stuff in common, coming in like they saving somebody while creating an issue, creating a problem. I worked so hard for so-and-so and I got this and so while assassinating people's character that they say they love behind their backs. That number 7, some kind of an awakening is happening. Some kind of an awakening is happening of how people want to be chained to something, but the way that they're chaining people to something, It is Knight of Swords here. So yeah, somebody is thinking, okay, yeah, you and somebody are moving on from something and realizing, hey, listen, you're not assassinating anybody's character. You're a quick thinking person. You're moving on. And somebody said your words are going to be used against you, or they treat you like your words are going to be used against you. Hey, guess what? You're out. You're done. You're not a fool. Yeah. If you even feel like somebody's going to try to use your words against you, They may bait you into something the one time, but it won't be another time. You move on. That's what, when I look at your reading, somebody is realizing that humans' rejection is really God's protection from something. Some people stop talking to you because they know something you don't know to protect you. And that's what Source is trying to tell you. Sometimes you walk into an establishment and somebody may know something that you don't know, and you're talking and they seem very different. They're not really talking. They're not as talkative as they used to be. Something in that should click in your mind right there. Let me go along with God's flow, because God is trying to tell me I need to move on with something because something else is going on. Let me go take a walk, get some fresh air. Let my feet touch the ground, right? So again, so you can recharge from the earth, so you can get the message loud and clear. So that's what Source is trying to tell somebody, is like, and then however best you learn, you could literally walk. Let's say for instance, you walk into somebody's business or establishment and you get this feeling that, okay, something was created, like something was created to that was going to end you from getting to your north node. Somebody lied, somebody did something to create something. As soon as you walk in through a door, you get a funny feeling about something. That's when, oh, I forgot something, and leave and move on. Limitless. See yourself open to receive the most miraculous ways the divine can use anything or anyone. I'm telling you, see yourself. Hey, look, I got a feeling. I'm not sitting around waiting to find out what the feeling was about. I can talk to God about that when I get home. Okay, God, what was that? And God will show you exactly what it is quickly, because you'll start replaying conversations. Somebody's like learn how to replay conversations behind in your mind. It's like, okay, all of a sudden somebody starts talking about something that they're familiar with. It's like, hold on, how you making a connection immediately? How all this person, let's say, for instance, somebody starts telling you about, somebody. They start just talking. Like, I mean, it could be that they have really good intuition. They could have, and something could have been well enough on the inside of them, but not exactly as you are. So it's saying, get to safety. Here we have the one who is always dissatisfied with the present moment will never have a better future. Give yourself permission to feel content right here and right now. That's what Source is trying to tell you, is like, don't get dissatisfied when you feel like, okay, gosh, I'm trying to create something. I'm trying to build friendship.